course, I'm going to show you guys today, quite often actually. I'm going to be making a video about it soon actually, how I make the cleanest water. Right now I'm filling my carbon distiller because that's how you make the cleanest water. I can show you how I'm harvesting. I got this new device here, so I got stuff in the way today. I'm going to show you how I'm going to harvest. I don't know, I say harvest, I don't know. Harvest the cleanest water in the world. I turn on my device at night, so in the morning it's ready. Here's the thing. Basically, if you want the cleanest water, guys, depending on the equipment, it takes 3 to 6 hours to make 1 gallon. I mean, it's that's one thing that I've learned about water and even hydrogen. It just doesn't do it immediately if you want to make really, really high quality stuff. What's that old saying, like, good things come to those who wait, or something like that? I don't know. Maybe someday they'll find a way to clean it super fast, but carbon distillation is the way to go. I mean, I did a video yesterday. If you really want to see that video where I went into extreme detail, I'm going to be trying to make a YouTube video about it that's probably kind of quick and short. Whoops. Let's see here. Almost full. All right. So that's how I always start my routine, making the cleanest water. Why? Well, guys, in my opinion, there is some sinister stuff in our water these days. I mean, from stuff that is non-conspiratorial to stuff that you could call conspiratorial. And so I clean my water all the way, meaning no bacteria, parasites, viruses, even radioactive waste, inorganic minerals, pharmaceuticals. I mean, the list is so long. I even have a lab report. Whoops. I even have a lab report. I can't pronounce half the stuff in there. Maybe more than half the stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in there. But okay. At least we have a way that is not crazy expensive that can actually clean the water. And that's what we're doing here. So let's carry this to the device. It's awkward to try to carry it when this thing is. That's one thing I got to say. I like this device, but it is awkward, the handle. Of course, that's if you're trying to do it one-handed. If I wasn't showing you guys on camera, it'd be fine. And I just turned that on, and there we go. So that's my morning routine for that. Now I can get going to my morning smoothie, which is kind of what I do anyway. It's just my morning routine. But, clean water, in my opinion, is just extremely important. I mean, to health. It's just, I don't know. Can you even be healthy and not have clean water? So I gotta say, I'm really missing my powder. So I'm using this one that somebody let me have a little bit of it because I'm still waiting for my Purium powder, and I really do miss it. This stuff is okay. I mean, it kind of tastes kind of a little bit funny, but this one's fermented, organic vegetables and stuff, but it tastes very, I don't know. Well, let's see, it has mushrooms and fruits and vegetables. It's all right. Not my favorite. I'm going to put some raw cacao. This will probably help because it tastes very coconutty, and almost the other powder tastes kind of funny, but I got to get those nutrients in there, and it's probably not the best, but it's certainly better than having nothing. So I'm going to put some in there. And I combine all the, if you're going to notice the pattern here, is you want to combine really, really good, organic, clean vegetables mostly. But I'll put some fruit in here too, because, fruit's good for you. Okay, fruits and vegetables, here we go. This is how we start the morning routine. Oh, Northern Yeti. Fertilizers too. I get water from, yep. Smells funny. Testing shower, something from fertilizer. Needless to say, we've always used RO and now distillation. Well, there you go. I'm glad, I hope that the information has helped. Northern Yeti. Yeti. And, man, I tell you, I got a crazy story for you, Northern Yeti. I actually really do. But one of these days, One of these days I'll have enough time. I don't think I will, actually. I'm starting to wonder if I'll ever have enough time to really start the other channel I was thinking about. You know, taking care of yourself, you can get in a rhythm and it's fine, but it is time consuming. You know, it does take a little bit of time, and it's just hard to find the time. And if my YouTube, you know, I'll tell you, if my YouTube could just sustain me, which is why it's awesome when people share and subscribe and the channel grows, because if YouTube could sustain me, I could give 100% of my time, you know, to the YouTube thing. So, but for right now, we do what we can. Just grab some produce here while wash those greens. But it's good to see you guys this morning. Today is just kind of a normal morning. I have to re-listen to a phone call I had. Might have had an interesting thing for you as well. Well, that'd be interesting. Maybe. I've heard a lot of so-called interest. I mean, it's going to take a lot to convince me, just so you guys remember. I am a skeptic. That's why this stuff, when I discover something and I say, hey guys, in my opinion, this is good, let me just tell you, it's not like I don't take things lightly and I don't just believe everything. So, you know, when I find something really good, like the clean water or clean, properly made hydrogen, you know, stuff like that, I definitely, actually, hydrogen I was super skeptical about for like 4 years. I was like, there's no way this stuff can do this. There's just no way. And then there's a way. And it ended up being better than expected. And it's one of the easiest ways to get healthy, I gotta say. Just making some clean water, making some clean hydrogen. By the way, okay, I forgot to tell you guys, I had my hydrogen this morning already. I had 1 liter, maybe even just a tad more. Not supposed to have much more than that. But yes, I had my hydrogen this morning. And then today I'm kind of in a rush, unfortunately, because again, got some work stuff to do. And just immediately had to come up here and start doing my water routine. And of course the smoothie, because when you combine, so what I'm trying to really do here, I mean, I'm already doing it, clearly. You know, there is a few things I'm actually, I'm changing a few things just in my own personal life, because I know that there's more that I can do to improve my health. I mean, I'm already doing very powerful, basic, well, some people are like, man, if they just did what I did, you know, people's lives already could change. But I'm looking to take it up a notch. And you know, I'm going to be doing it. Well, I'm already implementing some things, doing a little experiments here and there, as I say. Always try things out on myself first to make sure that they work before I really share them with you guys. I don't want to send you guys on wild goose chases. That's one thing I don't do. Because, I don't know, I guess I could if you guys really want to always try whatever it is I'm trying, but I just figured it's better to just share with you guys when I actually know. So that way you guys don't have to go down the wrong path or spend unnecessary money and stuff like that. Okay, organic blueberries. So we got some greens in there. I'll put some blueberries, good for vascular system, anti-cancerous, anti-angiogenic food. Of course, phytonutrients. The colors of blueberries is part of the magic from what I learned about the food. Okay, what are we gonna do next? We are gonna grab some chia. And I'm gonna grab some anti-cancerous. Where are you? Oh boy, I am running low, aren't I? Oh man, yes I am. Gotta go grab some of that. Methyl. Boy, I am out of beets. I'm gonna go buy some beets today. Hey, today. Money, I need money. Okay. This kind of sucks because I gotta go grab something. What else do I need since I'm gonna go grab it right now? Let's see. And I got a new kind of new concoction I'm gonna show you guys. And it's a way of preserving these smoothies even longer than before, because the ones that I was preserving before not working as good as I'd liked. I mean, it was all right, but I want something better. Okay, what am I looking for here? There you are. There you are, my precious. Oh yes, Ginger. I gotta say, Ginger, not the person, but the food. You know, they did an interesting study on this. You know, it is kind of weird. They did a study where they converted it into powder. Turns out the powder's pretty highly anti-cancerous. And they were saying that the raw food, they didn't find that it really was as anti-cancerous. Possibly not even close. Oof, a lot of stairs. It's like 3 stories. It's good workout in the mornings. But I'm sure it's got certain anti-cancerous properties. I know it heats the core of the body, and there's actually a Japanese, you know what I found? Kind of interesting. I found a Japanese interesting protocol for cancer. Apparently somebody used it successfully, and part of the protocol is ginger tea. Quite regular, by the way, it's turmeric. Put some of this in there today. Yeah, I found it kind of interesting. They were using a lot of ginger tea. A lot of ginger. Okay. All right, let's see here. Back on track. Let's see. Not health related. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, let's see. What kind of story can I tell you today, Northern Yeti? Because I'm not even sure if I'm going to leave this video up today. So let's see here. What did I tell you? You know, so many stories. I'm actually, yeah, I could tell you that there is a little secret. And here's what's weird about this particular secret. Actually, we're talking about, I forgot what I put in the title. What's today? I already showed how to clean the water. We're showing people how to make the smoothie. Well, I tell you what, why don't you guys pick any subject you want to talk about? How's that? Anything you want. It doesn't even have to be about health. You guys just write it in the comment area, and I'll just chat about it while I'm making today's smoothie. If you can't tell, I'm a little half asleep. I just kind of woke up, still a little groggy. Not a huge morning person, but like I said, I am trying. Oops. Oh, there goes a good chunk of ginger. And, you know, some people don't like the ginger in this smoothie. I do. I feel like it gives it a nice little spicy kind of flavor. And, you know, it's tricky. We really have to. This is what I had to do. I feel like I really had to adapt and figure out how to have a healthy lifestyle while trying to live a normal life. Well, I gotta say, I'm not really living a normal life personally, but most people. I mean, I'm semi-normal life. Yeah, there we go. Semi-normal life. Because I really am. I'm doing things that some people would be like, dude, why are you doing that in your life? I got a lot of friends who say that to me, like, what are you doing? Just, you know, buy a house or rent an apartment, you know, have a normal life, because I don't really have almost any belongings. And I just live in a little room right now. But for me, it's because I'm thinking about it really is about taking my health and some other things that are more, I guess you could say, but I don't know. I'm looking to do, yeah, taking my health to kind of a different level. And in order to do that, I just can't do it here. I have to go somewhere specific because I'm following 2 things. These are the things that I'm following because they're just, in my opinion, if you want to go to that next level, you got to have a certain level of water and air and food. So I didn't choose the locations where I'm looking to go try based on any other reason except for the ones I just mentioned. It's all about the water, food, air. That's a tricky one because the cleanest air. Can anybody guess where the cleanest air in the United States is? Anyone? Anyone? Because air to me is just as important as water as far as how clean it is. So I'm choosing the location not based on, politics or based on most things that people might fight about. Make sure this coconut's still good. There's no preservatives in this stuff, so I got to use this stuff up before it goes bad. I think it's only got one more day. This coconut cream, I'm just putting a tad just because I have it, but it tastes so good on things. I got to say, what time is it? I am not going to have enough time on my... Okay, well, that's too bad. I was thinking about making something that I can use this coconut in. I like coconut cream. It used to be I used to take scissors to this thing and really open it up, but I don't have time right now, so we'll just put a splash of coconut cream in there. How's that? And let's go with the magic ingredient next. Let's see here. Li Qingwan. Ever heard of him? Chinese guy that is claimed to have lived for like 250 years. Actually, I have heard some of that stuff, and to be really honest, I don't believe it, and I don't believe it for a specific reason. It's not like I don't believe it just for no reason at all. I've done a lot of research into. Well, actually, I did do a lot of research, but it also something that came to me in a meditation one day, and it shed a lot of light on things that I didn't even know how it's in my brain. I do not know, but it's in there, and I think I might have figured out a secret, the real secret to longevity. However, it would require a certain piece of technology that now I'm looking to maybe potentially invent. The problem is that it would require, well, a very large amount of money. I don't know, at least 20, $30 million, which I think is cheap in the grand scheme of things. And by the way, this is how we activate the natto. Natto is a fermented bean rich in vitamin K, a little bit of a natural statin, which is a good thing. Thins your blood a little bit. Be careful if you are on statins, though. Pretty heavy in protein. They warn you not to eat too much of it because it's got a massive amount of protein, which some people are so crazy about protein. They're like, oh, protein. This is kind of the mecca of protein in some ways. Tons of health benefits. Oxygenates cancer cells. You activate it by stirring it, which because it has some enzymes in it too. Specifically, nattokinase, the one that people are really crazy about these days. I've been using this for a long time. I know the benefits. Tons of research on it. And not super expensive. I think this one little packet's about $1. Somebody was calculating the price of these smoothies. I think they calculated wrong though. The price seemed a little high. But it's hard to put a price on your health. I'll tell you one thing, healthcare is so crazy expensive. I mean, ridiculous. I feel like it's crazy. The amount you pay monthly for healthcare that a lot of times you don't even use. They just gone just crazy on this whole healthcare thing. I thought it should be much more affordable. Okay, let's put a little clean hydrogen water in here, shall we? If that is at all possible. You can either put hydrogen water or clean water, but you want to put water as you go. Why are these smoothies important? Well, let me tell you something, guys. I'm not even kidding when I say they're straight up magical because the thing that people I don't think value enough, you have to get fiber in your diet. In fact, you know what? I got a story for you. There was a person who has had gut issues since they were kids, and this particular person had seen doctors. Doctors told her that she needed surgery and blah blah blah. It was so many things. It just went on and on and on. It was this poor person suffering so much for a very long time with gut issues. Well, they followed my protocol. They did clean water, with the hydrogen, of course. And then they did some of these smoothies. And that was that. Solved the problem. She couldn't believe it. You know, she was like, this is crazy. You have any idea how many doctors I've seen? She's like, and they were going to cut me open and do all this crazy stuff to my GI system and all this. And I was like, you know what? She said, you know what I think I'm realizing? I think humans don't consume enough water and enough fiber. And I'm like, duh, there you go. That's a part of it. You know, now granted, look, I've talked to a lot of people who've lived very healthy lifestyles. And then when they implemented the hydrogen, that was the thing that really did it for them. But I just think the combination. I think combination of clean water with hydrogen and these smoothies. And I mean, shoot, I don't want to say sky's the limit, but there's a lot of things out there that, like I said, doctors they're not, I don't think they even know what's happening. They just kind of guessing. So it's like, yeah, you know, just take this anti-inflammatory. Oh, you know what? Just take this laxative every day. It's like, no, that's not a good idea, man. You want to find out what's really going on. And but like I said, it really transformed her life. And it's not just her, guys. Well, I've had a lot of stories like that. There's been numerous people. In fact, one of the more recent ones was that woman with what does she have? She didn't have Crohn's. She had celiac disease, I believe. But I've dealt with a lot of people with Crohn's and celiac disease. The only thing she changed was actually the hydrogen water with clean water. That's actually all she did. But then eventually she got off of it. I guess she went on a trip or whatever, and then she just got out of the routine, which I've seen people do, and then her problem came back, and she got back on it again, and that was always a very interesting one. In fact, I should give her a call. She was a pretty cool person, interesting insights on some other stuff that I didn't know much about, which is not really into this whole crypto thing, but she had a ton of knowledge about it. She was, I think that was her. Maybe it was somebody else. There's so many people that I've talked to throughout the years. All right. Where are we at here? See if I can keep moving at a decent pace here, because otherwise I'm not going to get to eat. You gotta let the big dog eat. You guys been watching? Oh, okay. I guess I'll eat this. Don't know if any of you guys are basketball fans watching the NBA playoffs. That's one thing. I'm you know, it's funny. There's this guy apparently on the internet who's spending millions. By the way, I don't know where he's getting millions of dollars to spend on his health, longevity. He's doing all these crazy things. I don't really think he looks any younger. He just looks pretty normal, but he's really into it. And the funny thing about it is that he's doing millions of dollars and he doesn't even know about hydrogen. It's so laughable. There's another guy who's supposed to be an anti-aging expert. Same thing. He does just about everything, but somehow he doesn't know about hydrogen. Even though there's been some good anti-aging stuff on it already from Japan. Kind of funny. Now, granted, that's when you make it right. Just you guys probably not aware of this, but you know, you certainly don't want to use chemicals when making hydrogen. Can you believe people do that? But you know, that's not going to have a really good anti-aging effect. Chemicals are typically not good for our bodies. You know, most of them. And but if you make it really, really cleanly, which is tricky, there's going to be more information coming out about that real soon. Because I've been talking about it for ever, but most people never really thought about it. In fact, I just saw one of those anti-aging experts and a doctor talking about how all the stuff they used to recommend was all wrong and actually bad for you. And I was like, oh, see, this is why I just try to stick to very natural things, organic fruits and vegetables, so we can eliminate the pesticides and, you know, best we can. And lots of fiber. I'm telling you guys, maybe I should do some videos on fiber. I'm telling you, it's like straight up magical. Like if you and nobody, well, I say nobody, almost nobody. It's less than 3% of Americans are getting the minimum amount. I mean, come on now, think about that for a moment. This is getting to the point of like nobody either seems to have enough time or nobody knows. But I'll tell you what everybody's getting enough of, and that's sugar. Everywhere I go, it seems you know, somebody was asking me about, because I can see a human's body, and I can tell a lot by looking at everything, every aspect, from the skin to the eyes to the nails to the shape to the gut, you know, the carbo gut, and you can tell a lot about what a person's eating. I can actually, yeah, I can not only that, about a person's health. I mean, I can tell really easily. I'm pretty observant about such things these days. Okay, let's see here. All right, you guys are commenting a lot. Hi, I have the Philosopher's Stone. Nicholas Flame gave it to me by a lake. Tell us about it, Dramer. I need those trace minerals. Yes. Philosopher's Stone. I saw that guy, Brian Johnson. I think his name looks like a malnourished vampire. That's actually correct. That's what he looked like. I mean, he did look like a malnourished. He just looks like he sits. Actually, I don't know. Maybe he's hanging out with Joe Biden in the basement because it looks like he gets no light. And sometimes people try to avoid the sun, believe it or not. And I get it because the sun can be pretty damaging too. It's too powerful, right? So, but getting some of it, it's good for you. So it's like a lot of things in life. It's about balance. Um, I believe that there's certain things you can do. One specifically is hydrogen, the way that it protects you from a lot of the sun's rays. And yeah, yeah, people, you know, like I said, people overcomplicate health in some ways. But one of these days, I hope to build, like I said, that device that I was talking to you guys about. Um, Part of, I mean, it's more than just, by the way, and the reason it's more than just some piece of equipment that is supposed to reverse your aging. And when I say reverse, I don't mean like, oh, I'm 2 years younger. I'm talking like decades younger. But the device can do even more than that. The other stuff that it can do gets really interesting, in my opinion, because this thing is going to open up doors that people didn't even know were there. How about I put it that way? Does that work? That works, right? I guess, kind of, sort of. So yeah, one of these days when the stars align and everything's supposed to go down, then it'll go down. Oh shoot! I just realized I kind of knew I was missing something. I'm like, you know what? Missing something. Let's see here. What do you guys think? Come on, you guys have seen these videos. You should know. You should know what I'm missing. The big question is if it's in the fridge. Because somebody. This is what's difficult about living with people. Somebody move this around somewhere. Oh, really? I don't see it. Where are you? Oh, no. Okay, I guess they're not in here. Looking for my soaked raisins and walnuts. So, what can I do? Well, I could just go ahead and use them without being soaked today, which, as many of you know, is not my favorite thing to do, but you can do it. You can just do a little bit. Why do I like them soaked? Anybody know the answer? I'm sure you guys already do. We got to pull water into them so they can bring water into us. Dried food, believe it or not, I'm not actually a fan of dried food. I'll tell you the one that I'm definitely not a fan of, unless you're a fan of constipation, beef jerky. That's one I am not going to put in my body. No thanks. That stuff will clog you up. No water, dried meat. I mean, that's just plain hilarious. At least that's my opinion. No water. That will stop the flow of everything you're wanting to be moving. Move them along. Move it along, people. Okay. So, yeah, everybody's trying to do all these crazy things. The problem is that the way that people are going about it is just not going to work. The anti-aging thing. Because the aging aspect, I mean, yes, food plays a role, the cleanliness of water and all this stuff, but I'll tell you right now, you're not going to make it past 129 years old. You just won't. That would be the absolute maximum that you could make it if everything was perfect. If I told you the secret as of why, then I'd be kind of giving away the secret that I discovered about longevity, which someday I will, but it's going to have to be in due time. As you guys probably know by watching my channel, too many people steal my stuff, and this one's just too important to just let somebody steal this one, and I don't want it in the wrong hands either. So one of these days I'll have to figure out whose hands to get it in, because better believe it, some people can figure out how to live 1,000 years. It can be potentially a dangerous thing, because it'll be the powerful people who want to do it, let all the non-powerful people just get old and die, and they will want to be the gods of the world, as they might say. So I can't give away that secret just yet. But the way that they're trying to go about it, I think, is actually the wrong way. It's a much potentially simpler way. Okay, you know what? I'm thinking about throwing in, yep, there we go, 2 bananas. Why not? Make it nice and sweet. Bananas are good for you anyway. And I think that's about all we can fit in this guy. What do you think? Do you think it will blend? I should call the video like how to break a blender. No joke. I had this other blender. You know what I did? I should have done it. There's another blender. I think I have it. I have to go look. I was going to donate it. It's kind of a cheaper blender. But I should show you guys the difference between a good blender, like something like this guy, and a blender that is just normal. It's not a cheap, it's just normal. And if you try to blend up something with this, yeah, I wish you much luck, because there is no way that you're going to be able to make a smoothie like this with a cheapy, non-powerful, broken down blender. Not going to work. Okay, well, here's our magical breakfast. This is the multivitamin, multi-nutrient, anti-parasitic, anti-cancerous. No medical claims, no medical advice. Please consult your physicians for how to get healthy. It's so funny. I gotta say, this is hilarious. I actually just ran into a doctor I knew yesterday. And the funny thing about doctors is they look so unhealthy. It was so funny. I shouldn't even talk trash. What if he's watching my videos? All right, let's go. Yeah, I won't say too much. A lot that I want to say. Put down some compost. Yeah, it's really quite hilarious that the people giving you medical advice are pretty sick themselves, gotta say. But hey, that's all good. Yeah, he only believes in drugs and pills and stuff like that. But that's the case for most doctors. All right, we're almost there. I'm gonna cut some jars with a little hydrogen water, and I'm gonna show you a little secret today. So let's go. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Put the jars. I think sounds like it's blending up pretty good. I got a new, here's the secret. The secret is, well, right now I'm cutting it with hydrogen water. You're going to have special nutrients. You don't have to have them. Well, if you don't want to be deficient, then yeah, you kind of have to have them. There we go. Come on. Almost there. We'll try. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see if that's enough. And that guy is doing a ton of blood work, by the way, that vampire guy, and, I would be completely up to putting my blood up against a guy who's spending $2 million on his health. But I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't doubt that his blood most likely looks amazing. I wouldn't doubt it at all. He's doing all sorts of stuff. Let's see it. What I'd like to see is put him up against my blood, because mine's cheaper to do and easier. And I probably don't go as extreme as he does, because there's still things I do that are not like the best for me. Okay, best thing to use, D3 ionic with K2. And vitamin D, guys, is just pretty much almost impossible to get the proper nutrients of vitamin D without the supplementation. Here's ionic boron. This is just because it's good for what's called your bones, ligaments, sex hormones, and brain health, and lots of stuff. Okay, chlorophyll. This stuff is just, again, ionic. This stuff, I mean, you don't have to buy it. This one, again, the company sent it to me, but I'm actually really liking it. Feels like you're getting a massive amount of, well, chlorophyll, vegetables. Just good stuff. It stains your hands. Get this stuff off my hands before I start touching things, and everything's gonna look green. Okay, I got a few more magic ingredients and we're good to go. We are good to roll. And I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to eat. Got to get this breakfast in me. This is literally the second thing I put in my body. The first thing is always the hydrogen water, and then this hydrogen smoothie. Why? Well, guys, if you haven't figured that one out yet, I don't think I've done enough videos on that. But yes, this is the simple magic. It's working extremely well. I gotta say, if it wasn't working well, I'd be like, guys, this sucks. No, this is working fantastically well. This is almost like a multivitamin in itself. Hemp hearts. This stuff is crazy nutritious. And so I'm going to put a good, decent amount on here. Most well-balanced omegas. I've done videos on all these ingredients. You know what? Maybe I should do yeah, I just haven't had time. And today is another one of these busy days. I'm going to be busy all week, actually. But okay, let's go to some of the last ingredients here, shall we? Okay. Definitely tastes like coconut. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's good stuff, but that new powder is just so. It's supposed to be good, but you know. Okay, let me take out my earpiece. Okay, let's see here. Dramer found the Philosopher's Stone. I kind of doubt it. But hey, if you did, great. Remember, I'm a skeptic. I got about 10 minutes, but this is what my body needs. Yeah, very delicious. All right, so that's how you clean the water. That's how you make the multi-nutrient smoothie. Of course, I inhale hydrogen while I eat for numerous reasons. And why exactly? Anti-inflammatory, better absorption of nutrients, in my opinion. And I personally think that it also, well, we know the hydrogen appears to be anti-parasitic. But mostly, well, I use it for all the reasons, but it also appears to protect from oxalates, which I clearly have oxalates in my food. Pretty much impossible to avoid any food that has no negative stuff to it. Still choose fiber though. Borons for B. I don't get it, Borky. Yeah. All the stuff, the walnuts, the raisins, the extra banana, it really worked today. Okay, let's see. Okay, Dramer claims Nicholas Flamel. I don't know who that is, so let's look it up. Let's see, who is Nicholas Flamel? Yikes, this guy looks like he's walking dead. He was a French scribe, manuscript seller. After his death, developed a reputation as an alchemist believed to have created and discovered the philosopher's stone. He's the one who gave it to you, huh? And thereby achieved immortality. Well, I'll tell you right now, I think a lot of people have been looking for immortality and they're looking in the wrong places. Like I said, I actually have proof of something. So it's not like I'm saying it with no proof. There's proof of prolonging life a very long time. But one of these days, I could do it at any time. It's just would take time and money. What do you think they put on their cereal, Northern Yeti? He said something about eating cereal. The other thing you'll notice is no processed food. Everything was just food. The walnuts, the carrots, blueberries. And that's pretty much it, guys. I guess I'll let you go since there's no questions or comments. Good chatting, and hopefully this helps you guys out. Okay, till next time.